The next race I am having a look at is the 153 at Wetherby, the 2m3 85y Handicap Chase. It's a Class 3 Handicap Chase for horses rated 0 to 140. Now, there's a horse in this race that is the best handicapped horse in the race. It's whether he puts it all in and whether he doesn't make mistakes. He does have 4 pulled ups in his last 10 runs. You can work it out by now who I'm talking about. It's Zanza. His form last year, at this point last year, he was getting ready for the Paddy Power Gold Cup, which he finished 6th. He finished 6th off a mark of 144 and looked a real eye catcher. He did the same next time in the Caspian Caviar Gold Cup. This year it's going to be called the Racing Post Gold Cup. Or Handicap Chase, I don't know, it's a Racing Post something. He finished 6th in that off a mark of 145. They then put the cheek pieces on, trying to sharpen him up because he was just a bit slow or made a few mistakes, and that cost him early on, and he got himself so far behind in those races at Cheltenham. The cheek pieces didn't work. He pulled up twice with the cheek pieces and then they soon came off. He then went to... where did he go? Let's have a little look. He went to Kempton for a 2m5 Handicap Chase where he finished 8th after getting himself a long way behind again. That came off a mark of 138, but he was only beaten 13.5 lengths, and that's not that bad really in a chase race. Tomorrow he will run off a mark of 133. He's had a fitness run, unlike a lot in this race. You know, there's only 4 or 5 that have had a run this season. So he's had a fitness run and he's got the blinkers on. Now, if the blinkers work, the cheek pieces didn't, but if the blinkers work, you know, he'll win this race. It is as simple as that. If the blinkers work and get him back to his best, he will win this race. Look at his R8 figure, his R7 figure, his R6 figure. They would give him huge chances in this because none of the others are really that good. Then none of these could really be contesting a Paddy Power Gold Cup or a Racing Post Gold Cup Handicap Chase or those types of races at Cheltenham. I do like horses that have run well at this time of year and then are either coming back to particularly if they go back to a different course. We all know about the horses that go back to the same course and run well again, like Cool Cody generally does at Cheltenham. But horses that have run well in, say, this weekend in November, that are then going somewhere else and are kind of overlooked a bit, and you're like, well, it's the same time of year, he's got the blinkers on. If he bounces back and he's had the fitness run, he goes, you know, I would think he would win this. If he runs to his best, he wins this race. It's all about his jumping. If he jumps the first 5 or 6 well, I think we've got a great chance here. He's currently 14 to 1. Only William Hill have priced up this race. You know, it's 346. Big racing tomorrow, and we've still not got all the odds from all the different bookmakers. But he's 14 to 1. You might want to wait a little bit to see if you can get a bit bigger price at some of the other bookmakers. But I would be willing to chance my arm at this sort of price on Zanza. As I said, if he bounces back to his best, he wins this race. It's not a case of, oh, he can go well. If he bounces back to his best, he wins this race. It's as simple as that.